journaling time.
Yeah, what's up, party people? I don't know why I said that so high pitched.
Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, hump day. Remember that commercial with the camel going through the office?
Not really, but I'm sure it's great.
It was awesome. You got to check it out. All right. Well, say what's up in the chat. Let us know who's here. You know, we had some difficulty with Facebook Live. They just didn't publish our event. So hopefully everyone got the link in the Facebook group for YouTube, where we will be rocking out this evening. What's up, Geeky Witch? Deidre's here. Awesome. I kind of like your palm tree setup, Alex. It almost, like, if you were a little closer to the camera, I would think it was like one of those, like the alien antennae. Antennae?
Antennae? I don't know.
Carrot.
Hello.
What is good from the Hudson Valley? Okay.
Nice.
Welcome. Happy Valentine's Day week. Let us know how everyone's week has been going as we let everybody trickle into the room here. We got Mary joining us. That's how you know Mary. It's going to be a party. Linda, too. Happy hump day. We got Kristen here from a warm Oregon.
Nice.
Okay. Yes. All right. Take it. And let me get our little ticker going. I forgot to turn that on last week, and just auditing some of the chat logs, and we definitely had a few people pop in who were confused. So I got to remember to do that. Welcome. Say hello in the chat. Get your journal ready. All right. Get a little logo on there. Look how official we look.
I know. I love it. Good job.
All right. Teacher says it's a Christmas tree from the Missouri Botanical Garden Club. Okay.
Okay.
Mary says, this is my third video interaction of the evening. Whoa, okay. What do you got going on? Let us know.
Hello,
Lauren says, hello from Arkansas. Love journaling? Well, awesome. We love people who love journaling. Glad you made it. Kojaz, I feel like we got some new folks in here. Yeah. Is that true? Let us know if you're new so I can give you the spiel so nobody's confused about what we're doing here. I might as well just do it to fill the dead air as we wait for some people to trickle in here. But for anybody who is just joining us, who is new, welcome to Journal Party Live. Welcome to Journal Party. This is a fun little self-reflective collective, as I like to call it. Really awesome group of people, and we just get together every week and we journal through life together. And so the other thing that's really cool is we've got a guided journaling app. Let me get that up there. All right, there we go. Yeah, so we'll be streaming the journal prompts through our app this evening. And so this is actually the new unreleased version of the app. Hopefully we'll be releasing it in the coming days here. I'm getting really close, doing all the tests, making sure everything's secure and we can, run it without any bugs or anything like that. But so far, so good. And basically, we've got all sorts of really great guided journaling programs on there for you. And this evening, we're going to be going through a program called the Heart's Pulse. I thought that was kind of clever, and then I realized that could be like a health thing. It's not a health thing. It's about Valentine's Day week, and what we're going to try to do this evening is get in touch with the love inside of us. We want to get in touch with all of the people that we love, including ourselves. Self-love is a very important thing. So whether or not you have a romantic sweetheart that you plan on spending Valentine's Day with, and if you do, let us know what you guys are doing together. Girl Alex and I need some ideas. But whether or not you are in a romantic relationship, there still should be a lot of love in all of our lives. So that's what we're going to try to get in touch with this evening. And we're going to take a look at how love shows up in your world. And as we do, we pick those things apart, and then we'll all journal through that together. Alex and I will read the prompts for you and journal alongside you. And then at the very end, we'll all hang out, share our insights, and just hang out. It's a fun little tribe to be a part of. And, I'm just grateful you guys keep showing up. And if there's newbies in the house, even better, right? We love seeing the party growing. So, Alex, do you think you want to do the odds or the evens this evening?
I would like to do the even. So you start us off.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And let me get the other ticker going here. Nope, that's not the one. There it is. All right. Love tech over here. Lots of buttons to push in my world. Anyway, I see we got a couple more people showing up in the chat. Let me just make sure no loose ends going on. All right. Geeky Witch says, definitely seeing some names. Yeah. Gotta grow the party. Hey from Delaware. Cool. I'm in Delaware. That's what I was thinking of, the Wayne's World thing when they're doing the commercials. Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Mary says, a cozy writing workshop. Oh, these were the things you were on. Another live podcast about Savannah Bananas baseball. We're doing that. We're going to one of those. Oh, I love the Savannah Bananas. And now journal party. All right. Well, it's been a good night, and I promise it's going to continue being a good night. No, it's going to be a great night. I think you're going to really like this one.
Wonderful night. Absolutely.
Kathy says, good evening. Facebook not streaming. Yeah, so Facebook has been super wonky and weird with our streaming platforms, and so we're consolidating. We're putting it all on YouTube, and that's also why we're building this site, so we can just stream whenever and have the people who are really into it show up. Mary says, date night idea, either a float spa. Okay, interesting. Or a smash room. Yeah, we've been meaning to do that. We got to get that done.
I'd love to do that. And a splatter paint room. That's amazing too.
All right. And Geeky says, I want to try one of those float spas. Yeah, I've done that before. Alex, you got me like a package of those, and it was crazy. Really meditative and really relaxing. I actually just kind of did my own little float. I had a bath bomb going on, practicing self-care, trying to be a good boss to myself. It's working out. Love it.
Yeah, sorry to hear about Facebook, guys, but we're happy to have you here. So
yeah, well, so I get it. So maybe not necessarily so many new folks, just new platform, new YouTubers with us this evening. Yeah. So, all right, folks. Well, I think it's time to get this party started. So go ahead and open up your journals, and here comes the Heart's Pulse. Happy Valentine's Day week, everybody. All right. Think of a moment recently when you felt a sense of genuine warmth or connection, even if it was subtle. Describe the scene and the physical sensations that arose, and reflect on what this moment tells you about your current capacity to experience love.
Recall a time when you felt truly seen and supported by someone, or perhaps a time you provided that for yourself. How did that exchange of care change your mood, and what does it reveal about the type of support you value most right now?
All right, next prompt: solitude and softness. Imagine a version of love that is quiet and internal, focused entirely on your own well being. How do you feel when you prioritize your own needs? And what barriers come up when you try to treat yourself with the same tenderness you might give a friend?
Think about the different ways love has modeled for you growing up and how those experiences today. Which of those patterns feel helpful to keep, and which ones would you like to gently reshape to better fit who you are now?
All right, future tenderness. Reflect on the ways you want to invite more connection or softness into your life over the coming months. What feelings do you hope to cultivate more of? And what small internal shifts might help you stay open to those experiences? All right, we did it.
You did it.
We did it! Yay! Let us know how you found that in the chat. Sorry for the musical technical issues. I was testing. Our new app has music and ambient sounds and everything like that, and so I wanted to test it out instead of running our old music tracks. And uh, Lady Alex over here messaged me in a panic frenzy saying how loud it was. So sorry if I blew out anyone's eardrums, but you got to test these things. And hey, it's a little sneak preview. It actually sounded great in my earbuds, so I think you'll enjoy it. But maybe we just keep that part for the solo sessions or something like that. We'll figure it out. Anyway, how'd you do, girl, Alex?
Um,
Valentine.
Right? Yes, you are my Valentine. I overall, I love your prompts, and these were no different. They were wonderful and really got me thinking. And yeah, it was also nice to, reflect on relationships outside of our marriage in terms of love and as much as I love you, it's nice to remind ourselves that we also have friends and family and other people that hold a special place in our hearts. So one of the recent examples of finding warmth and connection was a girls' night that I had with my friend Amanda. She was the maid of honor at our wedding, and she is a very special person to me. I had an Airbnb in San Diego for the weekend, and we watched Bridgerton and ate our favorite Thai food and baked cookies and played with our dog. And it was really lovely, and it kind of brought me back to those days of doing sleepovers with her as a kid, calling cute boys, talking gossip. Like, I know. It was such a lovely, experience. And anytime I get to have like a sleepover with girlfriends, which is very rare, it is such a special experience to me. And and talk about, love. As I've probably shared before, Amanda and I were in a boating accident, and she suffered a traumatic brain injury. And that was over 20 years ago. And we are still as close to this day. We're still best friends. I still love her, even though, she has had a lot of challenges over the years. Dealing with a traumatic brain injury, it really put love and life into perspective for me. And I mean, she's just kind of a glowing example of what love truly is, and, sticking together in the hard times and the good times. And, it was just very special. So that was a big one for me. And also just reflecting on, my mom. She's so sweet. She called me this week to check in about something I had mentioned in a text message. I wasn't physically feeling so great. I was very affected by my emotions, and they kind of physically manifest. And so I was just having a rough week, and she just called to check in the afternoon. It was just really lovely. Again, just, having someone who knows you so well and knows, like, that's something that you struggle with. So why don't I just go ahead and check in? So it was really beautiful.
You're really lucky you have such a loving mother and such a caring mother. I share that as well. I know not everybody is fortunate. My mom didn't have the most loving mom. Perhaps that's why she internalized that and made sure that we, were very well taken care of. But mother's love, when mothers out there, don't, that it is not lost on your kids when you share that special love. So, I feel that. It's funny that you mentioned your girls' night, because while you were doing that I mentioned what I was having, which was like the parallel experience with my old friends over that last week. And it's like, I go back so far with these people, and it's like, we're not in each other's day-to-day lives as much. We've all kind of gone and done our own things, but what a special relationship with somebody where you can pick it up, and it's like it's like we were back at our sleepovers and stuff, just exactly like how you were saying. And shenanigans, obviously, as it was my friend's 40th birthday, and he went all out to make it, have all these crazy festivities and stuff. But without even without all of the bells and whistles going on around it, there was just a real authentic and true current of love that I know I'll never lose with those people. And so I mean, really, really cool to kind of tap into that. And I mean, a big one for me is that came up here in my prompts was the self-love, but also appreciation too for you, because I think one of the things that's been super hard for me in my life is kind of giving myself permission to practice self-love and self-care. And I know that you love me. We're married and we have a really great life together. But it's what's all that made of? And like when I look at it, it's like, oh, those little moments where like, I mean, I know my heart and my soul. And like sometimes, I'll be honest, like I'll come running into the house, like, because I've been working my butt off and like I'm really proud of something. And like what my ego wants, or like what I think like my conditioning wants, is for you to be like, yeah, like you're a warrior, like you're getting all this stuff done, or whatever. And what you see is the person who actually cares for my well-being is like me spitting out and burning out and doing all these things. And you're sometimes like, honey, relax, chill. And like, just like I'm learning to like receive that and like allow that to happen. And like when I do, I notice like how much better everything is. And so like I think, not only is it important to have self-love, but it's also important to like surround yourself with loved ones who actually value like your well-being. Like I think, friendship can be, there's all sorts of different spectrums of that, right? And people want to be your friend or to hang out with you for whatever reasons. Like we live in LA, so we've got all sorts of fake friend stories and stuff like that. But the ones that last are the ones that like really care about you. Like, I mean, going back to those friends that I spent time with, it's like when we talk, like I don't care about like, how hard my friend worked at his job that I really don't even know about. Like, that's not what we talk about. Like, we talk about like, how are you? Like, how, like, what do you care about? Like, how is your life going? Like, are you well? Like, and so, yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see like how love, I think, like very quickly dusts off all the garbage on the surface. Or like, there's a metaphor for that sort of thing. I think it was like Ram Dass, which is like, wiping off the mirror, right? Like I think true love is the love that enables you to actually see, your true self, and shows up with appreciation, celebration, all of those things that, that was a fun one too for me in the last prompt, just thinking about all the things that I want to cultivate in my life. Like, what is actually important? Like, yeah, I'm going to bust my butt for journal party because I can't help it. And, I'm, finding all sorts of things to nerd out on. But like, there's a deeper current there. And what I really want is, more shared joy, more relaxation, more appreciation, more celebration, like all these things that like really make life worth living. And like, well, all of those things are really just pointers to love, in my opinion. So it felt nice to spend some time in that.
I was just glancing at some of the comments. I just want to say, I think number 4 may have, with me at least, like opened up some stuff just in terms of how love was modeled growing up. So
yeah,
I just
same.
Send love to everyone. I see some people are like, well, I have some things to talk about in therapy.
Yeah.
So, just keep in mind, loving
Kathy said that.
environment. Yes, Kathy, that's exactly. So just sending lots of love ahead of time, because, it can bring up all sorts of things. And
well, but like on that note, right? I mean, we mentioned it earlier. Like my mother, her mom was not a very loving mother to her always. And so she made sure to flip that around. And that said, like, there were times where, there are certain things that I'll leave behind, and there are certain things that I will pay for. A couple of things that I noticed that I really loved was just like, I know you have this in your family too, like the curation of experiences for all of your loved ones to enjoy together, like the valuing of like really good quality time, but like creating space and moments and just situations where you can like really live together. I love that. And, another one of the ways that showed up, both my parents were really good at this. My dad in particular was, I loved the way that he showed love by cooking for us. And he was a really great cook. He was a chef in a former life before he did business stuff, and like just jamming out on the grill, having a good time. And it's like, all right, like, I definitely do remember some of the meals, but what I remember is like the act, like him showing up to bless us with all that. And that was, one of the ways that he shows love. And it's one of the ways that I like to show love. It's not a whole lot of, I don't know all the gluten-free vegan recipes yet, but, keep sending them my way. I love cooking for you. But Let's see. Kathy says, growing up, I was taught that love was silent, violent, all-consuming, and conditional. Yeah, definitely stuff for therapy for sure. I taught my kids otherwise. Yes. Love from me is creative, funny, and completely unconditional, as it should be. As it should be. If there's conditions, it's not love. It's a transaction. So
good for you, Kathy, for that growth and for deciding to turn things around when it comes to your kids.
And thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
right?
thank you for sharing. That's what I mean. Is like, yeah, it wasn't always picture perfect for some of us. So sending lots and lots of love to you, and really just congratulations on changing things up and doing the right thing. So
yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the coolest things about this practice is like, good or bad, like however you end up judging it, I think, one of the things I think is good is to, be courageous and embrace the truth, because with that truth, you can decide what you want to do with it. And, I know, Kathy, you've done a lot of, really great work on yourself and how you show up. And clearly, you've decided to be intentional, and you are, I don't know if that was a cycle. Often that those sorts of things are, but like, if it was, you've clearly broken that. And like, what a blessing you must be in your loved ones' lives. So awesome. Care T. All right. Wait, was this, oh, okay. That's not Charlene. We've got, Charlenia from the Facebook group in here. That's Kojaz. I didn't recognize the name before. She was like, it's me. I'm Charlene. All right. Carrot 7405. My daughter recently sent me a surprise Valentine's card and gift and expressed how important our mother-daughter bond is to her. I received it on a day when I was feeling low, and the rest says, and meant so much to me. That's really sweet. Yeah, I mean, and on that note, like, I mean, I forget who said it to me, but I think it's such good advice. Like, when you have that thought, like you think about someone, that moment of appreciation, like, please share it with them. Like, I mean, it's so easy to like, send a text or whatever. And, I mean, those thoughts can, pop up and fade with you, or you can share them and clearly like that, expression and being able to receive that, like, made a difference for you, and it compounds these things, and that, the love can grow. So, yeah, I mean, like, I think about that a lot because, all the craziness in the world today, and like, you never know what's going to happen or whatever. And, if you do know that the love is there, never miss an opportunity to express it. And what was it? The Beatles, in the end, the love that you take is equal to the love that you make. Something to that effect.
Sounds good. Yeah, I what you're saying. I like
it. She said, it reminded me of how much my family loves and supports me as much as I do them. Happy tears. Oh,
beautiful.
And we got Charlenia said, I always give my children the love and support that I didn't get. Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm glad there's some of that in common in here. One of my favorite things, like, I know we all come from like different walks of life and stuff, but it's also really nice just to see that you're not alone in an experience like that. And yeah, I mean, let us celebrate you for that, because like to intentionally choose love is not as easy as you think, or maybe that's self-imposed. Maybe we make it harder on ourselves than it really needs to be. But like, how worth it is it? For sure. Geeky Witch says, my parents would disagree, but I always felt love was conditional. I definitely had the older sibling, first daughter situation where I never felt quite supported, doing the opposite with my son. Yeah. I mean, that shows up. And I mean, look, it's one of the reasons like why people love to turn to religion. One of like the main, tenets is like that it's almost impossible to have unconditional love. And so, that's why we, worship, the idea of that, like that somebody could come and actually, love you, even if you're terrible, right? So, not to make this a religious thing at all, but, I think that you're not alone in that experience either. Even though I felt very loved and supported in a lot of ways, there were a lot of ways where I definitely did feel like it was transactional. It's like, I mean, and it's tough. I think, I think at least for my parents, they were just trying to do their best. And I think they did a really, really great job, but there were also times where it's like, oh, you don't see me. You don't see what I love. Like you see what you want. You see what you want to tell your friends about or whatever. And it's like, I think fortunately as my life has progressed, I've been able to kind of open that up and break out of that with in those particular relationships that I had. But I definitely had that experience growing up, and I think all you can do with any of these things is receive it. It is what is, and like, what did you learn from it? You learned how it made you feel, and I mean, there's that other, like, the Maya Angelou quote, right? Like, people won't remember anything other than how you made them feel. I totally butchered the quote, but that. I think we landed it with the punchline on it. Not that it's a joke, but anyway, I think
for doing the opposite with your son. It's funny. The last thing I wrote was, I don't feel the need to hold on to any of the patterns I grew up with. It's okay. And I love seeing this generational trauma healing journey that a lot of us are on, and it's a beautiful thing. And we can repair and move on and build a better life for our future selves and our future loved ones. So it's beautiful.
I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Like, I mean, it's progress. Like, the old fades away no matter what. Nothing is permanent, but here and now we all have the opportunity to show up however we want, and to choose love, I think, is the righteous way. Kathy Poo says, learning each other's love language is important, in my opinion. Ooh, yeah. Drop what you think your love language is. We should do a love languages
yes.
one. I'll have to write that down. Love language.
Anyone has never read the 5 Love Languages book, please do. It's so incredible. It really opens your mind, and you really realize just, how we do show love differently. It doesn't mean that you love someone any less. It's just we have kind of our preferred ways of showing and receiving it. So highly recommend the 5 Love Languages.
Yeah, very good stuff. I feel like I bounce around, though, from like my preferred ones. Like, sometimes I just like really need a good hug, and other times I need to be told I'm the best. Like,
yeah, words of affirmation. Yes.
Yes.
Lots of
all the words.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a great read. Everyone should check it out.
Geeky Witch, very much, and that language changes over time. Yes. Yeah. I mean, mine is all over the place.
I was gonna say, even though we did it years ago, like, I'm curious to do it again, because you're right, it does change and it does shift. So
we got this is Carrie from the Facebook group. Yeah, it should have. I kind of realized that like a few minutes in, I'm like, oh, these are all the Facebook folks. It's not. Maybe we'll get some new folks in here. Help an Alex out. Right? Mm. Share this with somebody who has been talking about journaling but hasn't been doing it. All right. Kathy says, prioritizing myself feels selfish. I get that 100%. And I go through so much guilt. I feel unworthy of proper self-care, but therapy is helping me with that. Well, and hey, look, what a huge step to give yourself that gift of therapy. That is a form of self-love. Sometimes it takes somebody who's like, literally just paid to hear you to kind of correct course a little bit, tell you what they see. I mean, that's something I think about sometimes too, is like, if you could only see yourself the way that others see you, and I mean, well, that's a dangerous game to play, but not that we, want to hang our hat on, what others think of you. But I think that, like, at least in your case, Kathy, and, and probably a lot of our cases here, good people in Journal Party, you probably could give yourself a lot more credit and a lot more slack than you do. And it's hard because you care. You want to show up, you want to do right by people, you want to live a good life, and I totally feel that. For me, that looks like burning myself out, as a labor of love. Like, okay, I will work myself to the bone until I'm exhausted, because, I want to share my creativity with people. But, like the other side of that is like, okay, well, when I neglect my self-love, like all of that output is not as good. And so like I'm actually not doing as good of a job as I'm tricking myself into doing. And so, I mean, good on you for catching that. And it's a journey. I'm right there with you.
I love therapy.
Girl Alex is good at chilling and relaxing and self-care.
Well, it's years of therapy and getting to that point where, I can make myself more of a priority. So
yeah, well, you deserve it. Mary says, one of my favorite quotes is, we accept the love we think we deserve. If we love and respect ourselves, we will teach others how to love us. I love that concept of teaching others how to treat you. I mean, that I need to like digest that one for a while. I don't think I don't have like the the normal response or insight there. I feel like I've just been taught, so I need to I'm just gonna receive that and like
receive that lesson.
Good juju, Mary. Really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Melissa says, we're probably going totally the opposite extreme with our kids now, right? Well, that's what happened with like the participation ribbons and everything. I mean, but that was like my generation growing up. But I'll tell you what, whenever I got one of those participation ribbons, I was like, I didn't win.
I appreciated it.
You liked it?
I'll be, medal winners, Alex, all the time. It's,
Well, see, because I grew up like with a little bit of condition on the achievement, right? Mm-hmm. So it is interesting. Maybe there's probably, as with most things, a nice balance, that could be found. They'll figure it out when they're adults too. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, right? Like, it's not all your responsibility. I mean, obviously, how you treat others and how you show up is. So we want to be good on that front. But like, yeah, I mean, we've all got our own lives to live. And I think, we're all on our own journeys, and hopefully, everyone will figure it out. Mm-hmm. Lauren B says, quality time and physical touch. Yeah, those are good ones, combined even. Mm-hmm. Mary says, I used to be words of sarcasm and alone time, but I grew out of it. I am quality time and words of affirmation. We got to study it for a full semester in college.
That's awesome. Really cool. That's amazing. Fun.
Carrot. Kathy, I can so much relate to that. I struggle to prioritize my own wants and needs. I had a wonderful therapist, but now that I moved to a different state, I sadly need to find another therapist. They won't do Zoom with you? That's what I had an out-of-state therapist for a little while, and that was the Zoom was actually good. But I do love those in-person sessions. So, it's hard. That's a whole industry and business in itself, like trying to help people find good help. Because that's the other thing too. They don't, tell you not every therapist is great or great for you. So I don't know. I think you'll find what you're looking for. At least what good looks like, right? So you can be on the hunt.
And a great tool for finding a therapist is psychologytoday.com, the magazine Psychology Today. It's a full, it's got everyone in there, and you can kind of pick and choose if you're looking for certain specialties. So that's just a good place to start, because there's great profiles on a lot of great therapists.
That's kind of like the standard, right? Like if you're not on there, you're not.
I found my therapist years ago, but I've used that, and I always recommend people using that. It's just a nice, one-stop shop for finding a therapist.
Melissa says, see, Mary, living in New England, you learn quickly that sarcasm is the love language. The more they pick on you, the more they like you. Yeah, I've I've experienced that as well. You can tell though. You can tell when it's in good humor and good faith.
Mhm.
Kathy says, Carrie, I've been in therapy for years. It's been hard finding one that I can fully trust. Yeah, I mean that's an important thing too, because like you need that trust so you can really let it all out. I think unburdening yourself requires that trust for sure. Carrot says they can't do it because of interstate licensing laws.
I think every state is different too.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Kojaz, Kathy, that's my issue too. Well, you know what? As we grow our mental health advisory board, maybe we can get them to start doing, some good recommendations and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one of the things we've built into the new app. So I mean, we've had a mental health advisory board, and we, run the stuff that we're not experts about. We run those prompts through them, and make sure everything is all good and rooted in sound psychological and scientific best practice. But now, what's cool is those folks who sit on that advisory board for us, we can, when we write the programs, we can submit them. They have their own little dashboard, and they can comment and approve or send it back and say, this is garbage. What are you doing? So, yeah, lots of really good mental health adjacent stuff on the way. All right, Psychology Today. Kathy, that's why I'm so sad. I had this therapist for 5 years and I fully trusted her, and fear I can't find another like her. Hard to start over too. Oh yeah, that's true. I recently did start with a new therapist, and that's kind of like a whole thing. Like, it takes like several sessions before like you've really let the whole story out, and then they can contextualize everything, and hopefully they're taking notes and stuff like that. I feel like I finally just got over the hump of that with my therapist, and we're just getting into the really good stuff. And it's a process. I'm sorry you lost your old therapist, but there are many great therapists out there, and I think
keep
that
shopping around till you find the right fit, for sure.
Totally, you'll find it.
Yeah, we have faith.
We have faith. All right, folks. Well, we are getting close to the top of the hour here, or bottom of the hour, I guess. I mean, it's both, But folks, it's been fun spending some time just digging into love with you all. We've done it before. We'll do it again. And speaking of doing it again, thank you for showing up all the time. I mean, one of the nicest things, and I wrote about this a little bit, is just, not only in my physical, like real world, but now in my virtual and digital world, I do feel surrounded by love and really good people. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. And on the flip side, I think we're going to continue to grow and invest in it. And, in a few days, we'll be releasing the new Journal Party app. I think you all are going to really, really love it. And, that's going to be, how I express some love to you guys, because I've been putting some time, some work into it. It is almost there, I promise. But in any case, we're going to keep doing these Wednesday things. We're going to be doing more journal parties, because that was kind of the whole point of building out the whole platform, to do it. So, hopefully we'll do some more, and, help us grow. Like, send this to people, invite whoever you want. We need more good people doing this kind of work, and then going back out into the world and being good people in the world. I don't need to soapbox on that for much longer. I think everyone gets that, right? So really appreciate you all showing up week after week. Let us know if there's anything that you want to be journaling about in the future. You can always email me at alex@journalparty.com. Girl Alex has an email at Journal Party. She just doesn't check it.
I don't check it very often, so just send them all to Alex at Alex, ALEX at journalparty.com.
Yes. And you know what? You should send to Girl Alex too, because then maybe she'll start checking it, and we'll see more of her around the app and on all this stuff. But anyway, we've got a lot of good stuff coming. Next week, I turn 40. What? I don't think I ever like imagined that. Although I gotta say, I still feel like a kid. So I just everything hurts a little bit. That's the difference. Oh well, folks. Once again, thank you for showing up. You make it all worthwhile. And even though I'm going to be, hitting a new decade next week, we're still planning on doing Wednesday night next week. So we'll see you next week, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your week. And as always, party on!
Party on! Happy Valentine's Day!
Happy Valentine's Day!